splash and a Sunday evening anarchy. In Great Baddow, the air is crisp, the sky is gray and cold. At 18 Harrow Way, a story starts to be told. The Petrovas live on borrowed time. The landlord sold the plot. In December, Springfield waits for them, whether they're ready or not. Marija stands in orange clothes, her fascinator bright. To conceal the scars from long ago, she stays out of the light. Petar adjusts his glasses, blue frames upon his nose. Dobarden, he greets the day in his Sunday church best clothes. Aurora wears her pink clips tight, her ponytail is high. Arthur's green glasses reflect the clouds drifting through the sky. They've just come home from Bridge Church in Harlow, miles away, adorned in Bulgarian folk dress for this special Sunday day. The colors are a vibrant swirl, a traditional display, albeit they feel like fish out of water in this part of Essex, they say. We look well, Gel, Aurora laughs, a juvenile delight, as they step inside the hallway, out of the morning light. But Petar eyes his BMW, the 2013 Black Beast. Compared to the smoky Vectra, it's a mechanical feast. The car is filthy, he declares. An eyesore, truth be told. The dirt is quite notorious, and it's getting rather old. He longs to maintain the finish, to keep the luster true. For a dirty car in Great Baddow simply will not do. He calls the children to the seats, the leather soft and clean, the most superior vehicle that the neighborhood has seen. They drive to Springfield's IMO, where the brushes start to spin. Like a giant car wash monster, the BMW enters in. Whir, splosh, thwack. The water hits the glass. Aurora watches, wide-eyed, as the soapy bubbles pass. It's an automatic marvel. Petar cries with glee. A manual wash is tedious and far too slow for me. The car is engulfed in foam, an opaque whiteout shroud. The mechanical sibilance of sprays is exceptionally loud. Inside the car, the silence is precarious and thin until the dryer roars to life and the light comes shining in. It's second to none, Petar shouts. A pristine, polished shine. No more erratic, smoky trails. This BMW is mine, but cleaning isn't finished yet. The interior needs a go. The dust is quite abysmal, and the floor mats are low. He pulls into the vacuum bay to eliminate the grit. Arthur, grab the nozzle, boy, and do your little bit. To make matters worse, their tummies growl. It's time to find a treat, so off to Premier Shop they go, just down the Springfield street. The aisles are full of treasures, though some are out of bounds. Petar checks his itinerary and makes his shopping rounds. They pick up crisps and chocolate bars, a sweet and salty hoard. Anything but healthy stuff, Arthur cries, completely floored. Fortunately, Aurora says, I'm feeling rather kind. We'll share these snacks together until we've both lost our mind. Back at 18 Harrow Way, the scent of lunch is sweet. An Italian chicken pasta bake, a Sunday afternoon treat. Marija's in the kitchen, her orange clothes aglow, moving with a rhythm that only mothers know. Lunch is served. She calls out loud, come and take a seat, lest the food grows cold and soggy, and it's unfit to eat. The family gathers round the wood. The atmosphere is bright. An ecstatic mood is building in the golden autumn light. But wait, the pets are loquacious. They have a lot to say. Harlow the Dalmatian watches the children in her way. I say, Harlow barks in English, formal and refined. A bit of chicken skin, perhaps? If you wouldn't be so kind? She sits with such a posture, a noble, spotted beast, assuming that she's quite entitled to the Sunday feast. Aurora drops a morsel, which Harlow catches fast. Blagodaria, she woofs, a sufficient meal at last. Kiev the ginger tabby cat is far more reticent. His sibilant purr is subtle, a feline compliment. The pasta looks substandard, he meows with a sneer. But I suppose I'll sample it, as long as it is near. He's prone to being petulant, a moody little soul, until Arthur places salmon in his ceramic bowl. That's more like it, Kiev says. Though the service is quite slow, I'll refrain from further comment. For now I have to go. After lunch, the mood shifts. Petar brings his laptop out, an Acer, silver-sided, that he cannot work without. It's marred by sticky fingerprints, he cries in great dismay. The state of this technology is quite dire today. He looks at Aurora, his gaze a bit irate. If you don't clean this properly, I'll have to seal your fate. One twist of the ear, my girl. If you aren't quick and neat, I need this for my office work. Make it look real sweet. Aurora starts to scrub the keys with wet wipes, one by one. The task is rather monotonous and anything but fun. She's reluctant to proceed, for the work is tedious and dry. Under no circumstances does she want to see her father cry. The sibilance of the wipes on keys is rhythmic and quite slow. She wants to finish quickly so she can let the cleaning go. It's pristine now. She finally says, "No more germs in sight. I've obliterated every smudge and made the silver bright." With chores complete, she finds her book and starts to write a tale. A story of 5 little girls whose courage will not fail. The ink flows from her pen like wine, a creative, rushing stream, a virtual world of wonder, like a technicolor dream. She writes about their balloons, floating high and free, a metaphor for hope and love, for everyone to see. She's unconcerned with chores now. Her mind is far away, lost within the pages of a Sunday afternoon play. Anne and Lola are the first, with balloons of blue and red. "Let's fly away to Chelmo," was what Anne boldly said. Lola is the cautious one, wary of the height, but Anne is quite insistent that the view is a delight. They float above the houses, above the Haraway. The former leads the latter through the middle of the day. Their laughter is like silver bells, ringing in the air, a pair of happy wanderers with ribbons in their hair. Eva and Emma follow suit, with yellow and with green, the most loquacious pair of friends that you have ever seen. But then comes Gracie, the bully, with a dark and heavy scowl. Her balloon is black and jagged, like the feathers of an owl. She seeks to sabotage their fun, to wreck their airy flight, a hostile little presence in the middle of the light. "I'll pop your dreams," Gracie yells, but the girls refuse to frown, for Eva and Emma know that bullies cannot bring them down. The calm before the storm ends now. The atmosphere turns cold as Petar needs his laptop back, or so the girl is told. "I must engage in work," he says, his voice a stern command. The time for writing stories is no longer at your hand. Aurora wants to do IXL. Year 6 is on her mind. She longs to practice math and leave the spelling far behind. But Petar says, "No virtual work. Use your CGP book instead, unless you want to find yourself quite early in your bed." Consequently, the piece is wrecked. The anarchy begins. Aurora's face turns livid as her stubborn spirit wins. She resists the order she refuses to obey. "I hate this stupid practice book," she's heard to loudly say. She uses the F word and the S word, a shocking, sudden sound that makes the very walls of 18 Haraway astound. She's incensed and she's furious, a tempest in a room, filling up the Sunday night with heavy dark gray gloom. Maria hears the shouting and she intervenes with speed. To reprimand such language is a very pressing need. "How dare you?" she exclaims, her orange glasses flashing bright. "To use such words is substandard and simply is not right." Aurora is inconsolable. She's reduced to bitter tears, the sound of her own shouting still ringing in her ears. She's pushed her luck too far this time. The final straw has snapped. In a web of her own making, she is suddenly quite trapped. Maria grabs her slipper, a pink and fuzzy threat, a sanction for the language that Aurora will regret. Whack goes the slipper, a sharp and stinging sound, as justice for the anarchy is very quickly found. Under no circumstances, Maria starts to scold, will I allow such rudeness from an 11-year-old? Aurora is now crestfallen. Her spirit starts to wane. as the reality of her behavior brings a touch of shame. She sits down with the CGP. Assessment 4 is tough. Her brain feels like it's broken, and she's surely had enough. The questions are like riddles, obscure and hard to trace. She stares at the blank paper with a pale and weary face. She fails the initial attempt. 0 marks, a total wreck. Pitar checks the paper, and he gives a little peck. It's abysmal, he mutters. You faltered at the gate, but perhaps the work is just too hard for your current state. He gives her easier work to do to help her find her way. The pear-shaped Sunday ends as they both find a place to pray. With the anarchy behind them and the BMW so bright, the Petrovas are ready for the middle of the night. Aurora and Arthur share a room, their sibling bond so deep. They drift off into dreamland for a long and heavy sleep. The house at Harroway is still, the drama passed away, a quiet end to a very long Essex Sunday day.